Good morning, students. In this class, we will discuss on circuit breaker. So, what is a circuit breaker? Circuit breaker is a mechanical device. Circuit breaker is a mechanical device which is designed to open the contacts of the circuit under normal or abnormal conditions. So simply, circuit breaker is a mechanical device which is designed to open the contacts of the circuit in normal as well as abnormal conditions. Or we can say that it is a switching device. And current interrupting device. Which is used to open the contacts of the circuit or trip the circuit. So basically, a circuit breaker consists of two parts. One is fixed contact and second is moving contact. A circuit breaker consists of two contacts. One is fixed contact and second is moving contact. In normal condition, both fixed and moving contacts are in touch with each other. So, our circuit breaker carries the normal current, but in case of abnormal condition or if there is any fault in the circuit, then the contacts of the circuit breaker are separated from each other. So we can say that our moving contact of the circuit breaker move from its position to leave the fixed contacts. So during this process, when moving contact move from its position, then there is a problem of arcing. When we remove the moving contacts, then a problem creates of arcing in between the contacts of the circuit breaker. So, to avoid this arcing problem or to quench this arcing problem, we use insulating medium. So here, insulating medium is required. To quench the arc problem. Insulating medium is required to quench the arc. So, on the basis of insulating medium required or we use in between the contacts of the circuit breaker are classified on that way. So next topic is classification of circuit breaker. Classification of circuit breakers. Classification of circuit breaker. Classification of circuit breakers. So based on insulating medium filled in between the contacts of the circuit breaker to quench the arcing problem, we use insulating medium, insulating medium that insulating medium may be air, may be oil, may be vacuum, or maybe any gas, insulating gas, insulating gas, that is SF6. So here, when we use air to avoid the arcing problem in between the contacts, the circuit breaker is named as air circuit breaker or air brake circuit breaker, air brake circuit breaker. If we use any compressor, so this is named as air blast circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker. Next is oil circuit breaker, oil circuit breaker. If we use oil as an insulating medium in between the contacts of the circuit breaker to avoid the arcing problem, so this type of circuit breaker is known as oil circuit breaker. These oil circuit breakers are of two types. One is bulk oil and minimum oil. Minimum oil circuit breakers. Third is vacuum circuit breaker. We know that arcing between the contacts of the circuit breaker is due to the ionization of gases. So, if there is no gas in between the contacts, so there will be no arcing problem. So, we can create a vacuum medium in between the contacts. So, this type of circuit breaker is known as vacuum circuit breaker. In this type of circuit breaker, the circuit breaker contacts are in vacuum medium. So last is insulating gas, which is used as a SF6 gas. So on the basis of name of this gas, this circuit breaker is SF6 circuit breaker. SF6 circuit breaker. The property of SF6 gas is that it has negative temperature coefficient, and this SF6 gas can absorb the ionized particles between the contacts, due to which arcing problem can be avoided. So these are the types of circuit breaker which we use in our electrical circuit: air brake and air blast, oil circuit breaker, bulk oil and minimum oil, and vacuum circuit breaker, and last is SF6 circuit breaker. Next is operation of circuit breakers. operation, the working of circuit breaker. Basically, a circuit breaker can be used in both normal or abnormal conditions to isolate the circuit or to interrupt the circuit. In normal condition, we use circuit breaker for maintenance purpose and for switching. So, station operator can operate the circuit breaker manually as well as automatically. So, working of circuit breaker consists of this is bus bar, these are the circuit breaker contacts, this is instrument, transformer, or CT. We can use CT or PT both. This is relay coil, relay coil. Now we use this is battery and we use this is circuit breaker coil, trip coil of circuit breaker, this is plunger, this is also a plunger. This is a simple circuit in which we can see the operation of circuit breaker. So first of all, there is a bus bar and a feeder is supplying to the load. From bus bar or feeder is supplying power to the load. So in this way, if there is normal condition, so means there is no fault in the feeder. In this condition, or circuit breaker contacts are in closed position, normally closed, NC condition. So it carry rated current or normal operating current. But if there is any fault in the feeder, if any fault occur in the feeder, so current in this feeder increases, due to which EMF induced in the CT also increase and current flowing in the relay coil also increase, due to which magnetizing flux in the relay coil increase. This magnetizing component or magnetizing flux close the contacts of the circuit breaker with the help of plunger. So when circuit breaker contacts are closed, then circuit of circuit breaker also becomes complete. In this way, due to battery supply, a current flow in the trip coil of the circuit breaker, which magnetize the circuit breaker coil, and due to magnetization of the trip coil of the circuit breaker, the strip coil of the circuit breaker will pull the plunger. So in this way, the contacts of circuit breakers are isolated. So it will trip the contacts of the circuit. In this way, our circuit is now open condition. So there is no current flow in the feeder. Next, in normal condition, when there is no fault in our feeder, a rated current is flowing in our feeder, which is unable to due to which EMF is induced in our CT coil, and current is flowing in the relay coil. this current is not able to magnetize or relay coil up to the value that it cannot pull the plunger or it cannot close the contacts of the circuit breaker. But if in fault condition, if there is a fault in the feeder, current increases in the feeder, due to which EMF induced in the CT coil will also increase and current flowing in the relay coil increase. So magnetic flux in the coil also increase. This magnetization of the coil pull the plunger or close the contacts of the circuit breaker. So due to closing of the circuit breaker or circuit becomes complete, and or the trip coil of the circuit breaker gets magnetized. Due to magnetization of the trip coil of circuit breaker, contacts or plunger of the circuit breaker is pulled back. So this plunger, due to pull back of the plunger or contacts of the circuit breakers are open. So in this way, or circuit, there is no current in the feeder. So this is the basic working of the circuit breaker. First is in normal condition. In normal condition, rated current rated load current flow in the feeder which is unable to magnetize the relay coil up to the limit, up to the value or magnitude, up to the value, so it cannot close the contacts of the circuit breaker. So no magnetization of trip coil, no magnetization of trip coil of circuit breaker, So circuit breaker contacts are closed. So in this condition, CV contacts, circuit breaker contacts are in closed position. Means all contacts of the circuit breaker remain closed. But in fault condition, fault current increase, the rated current. So now the current in relay coil is able to magnetize the coil so that our contacts of circuit breaker get closed and our circuit breaker becomes closed, due to which or relay tripping coil of the circuit breaker magnetize and contacts of circuit breakers are open. This is the complete working of circuit breaker. So thank you for today class.